In today's lesson, lesson 6.3, we're going to be looking at percent of change. This is page 246 in the textbook. The learning goal is I can calculate a percent of change. So our original amount is 20 saves, say for some goalie or something like that. And then our new amount is saves. Okay. So we started with 20 and we went to 15. Did we go up or down? Well, we went down, so that's going to be a decrease. So to find a percentage of change, you take the bigger number and subtract it from the smaller number. So 20 minus 15, which is 5. Next, you look at the original amount, which in this case is 20. We're going to write that underneath. Just to recap, to find the percent of change, you take the original amount minus the new amount, you get 5, and then divide it by the original amount. Next thing you can do is you need to divide. Well, you could just divide these, or you could simplify it first. Let's just go ahead and divide it. So the 5 is on the inside, the 20 is on the outside. 20 can't go into 5, so I added a decimal and a 0. 20 can go into 50 2 times. Get 10 left over. Add a 0, bring it down. 20 goes into 100 5 times, and I get 0.25. Now I have to convert this into a percentage because our lesson is percent of change. To convert it into a percentage from a decimal, move it 2 places to the right. So the percentage of change was 25%. Let's do another one. We have 140 as our original amount. Then we end up with 189. Is that a percent increase or a percent decrease? Well, it's going to be a percent increase because the amount went up. So we have an increase here. Increase, okay. First thing you want to do is take the original amount, which is 140, and we have 189, so we're just going to subtract the numbers. Bigger minus smaller. We get 49. So now I'm going to write 49 over 140. So I go ahead and divide. 49 goes inside the house. 140 goes on the outside. 140 can't go into 49, so I have to add a decimal. 140 goes into 493 times. I get 420. 490 minus 420 is 70. That doesn't work, so I add a 0. 140 goes into 705 times. So I get 700. So I get 0.35. Now remember, we're doing a percent of change, so we have to turn it into a percentage. Move it 2 places to the right. They get 35%. So we had a 35% increase. 35% increase. Let's go ahead and do number 3. Our original amount was 28, and our new amount was 7. So, did the numbers go up or down? Well, they went down. So we know, first of all, this is going to be a percent decrease. Next thing we do is we take our bigger number minus our smaller number. 28 minus 7 is 21. Now we take our difference and I write it over original amount. 21 over 28. Next, I divide. It's going to do that down here. Maybe over here somewhere. 21. 8. 21, 28 can't go into 21, so I add a 0 and a decimal. 28 times 7 is 196. 210 minus 196 is 14. So I add a 0. Add a 0. 28 goes into 145 times. So that would be 140. You get the 0 here. Okay, so there's nothing left over, so I can go ahead and convert this into a percentage. So let's see. So we had 0.75 into a percentage is 75%. So it's a huge percent decrease there of 75%. Hopefully at this point you're starting to get the hang of it. So let's do some sort of application problem here. So let's do number 4 here. In 1981 there was 25 endangered and threatened species of reptiles in the US. In 2001 there was 36 species. By what percentage did the number of these reptile species change from 1981 to 2001? Okay, so you're going to take your 36, subtract it from your 25. So we have an original, which is 25, and our new, which is 36. So you do 36 minus 25, which is 11. Next, we write that over our original amount, which is 25. Now we divide. So 25 can't go into 11, but 25 can go into 110 4 times. 110 minus 100 is 10. Add a decimal and a 0. 25 goes into 100 4 times. Next, we have to write this as a percentage. 0.44 as a percentage is 44%. So we can say that there was a 44% increase in the number of endangered species between 1981 and 2001. So let's review our learning goals today. Today you learned how to calculate percentage of changes. For more information on this, you can refer to page 246. Thank you so much for tuning in.